You go.
There we go. So, hello, buddy. This is Ask Us Anything, Unlimited Wisdom Family. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Hi, Bill. Hi, Melody. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Charles. Hi, Matt. I'm sure we got hi, Terry. Hi, love. And Matt, of course, sometimes has Hannah and Ezra hanging out in the background. So, I love you guys. And today's Ask Us Anything. Hi, Mary. Hi, Deborah. And yeah, I normally I have something to share with you guys, and I'll just share something really simple. Then we'll go into the Q&A. QUA.
Yes.
And yeah, the only thing that I have for each and every one of you is attention to tension. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, attention to tension, but just be very, very aware of the things that you're looking at and watching and pulling in and how much it changes your energy. It's like it just seems to me that the world is getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And, the social medias and the networks and everything are trying to do their best to get our attention. And it's just how I remember the one time my mentor told me that I don't care who you think you are. I'm telling you, you do not have the ability to not be influenced. And that was back when I had a huge ego, edging got out. And I was like, nah, that's BS. And here all these years I've worked so hard on myself and I still can get caught up in something stupid that's on TV or something in social media. And before you know it, it's just like a giant wormhole. And one of the things that are I just should call it a black hole, right? And one of the things that I just realized that it actually they're now able to map people's brains uh, live time. And I don't know if you guys seen this study. I could post it, but I just briefly seen it, where they're now saying social media are doom scrolling, are going from one algorithm to the other of things being fed to you based on what you've spent a millisecond more on. You know what I mean? Or maybe even did a down like to or whatever. So it just feeds you more stuff. But they now say that that's more addicting than anything on the planet. And the reason that they're saying that social media is more addicted than anything on the planet is because more people are addicted to it, right? So people could say, meth is probably more addicting or heroin or whatever. But bottom line, they don't have the majority of the people in the world on it. So I just wanted to share with each and every one of you that, be very, very aware of what you're spending your time on and what's changing your moods, because then you can change back. And like I shared last Sunday, listen to another worship song or listen to another video, do whatever you need to do to get you back in the right state of mind, so that you can be, sharing positive to the world and reaching out to people that are, addicted to negative stuff. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for bringing it on. Do you have any words to say?
No, I mean, I was just on a thread of food, so
Yeah,
different
you're.
recipes. My social media is animals, food, recipes. So, meditation stuff, kind of crazy, but yeah, that's what I like to scroll on. But I love to scroll for food and see easy recipes.
And Sarah, if you could push your camera down just a little bit, you're too gorgeous just to see the top of your eyeballs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Matt, you got anything to say? I'll spread some good news out there and good vibes and good prayers and stuff. Craig Jackman's got two, I think two different ones today, two performances today and one tomorrow. So I'm really, really, really proud of him. So we'll get to to see that later. So let's go ahead and get started. Deborah, I see your hands up. So did you have a question of some kind?
Well, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you perfect. How are you today?
Okay. I am blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved by my dearest doggy, blessing, and
You you
hopefully
you
people
uh
too.
you look gorgeous today. And again,
Thank you.
I really, really, really enjoyed our one-on-one together.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh, that
that
was such an honor. Thank you again.
you
And
bet.
speaking of that, I wanted to be on the Ask Us Anything the other day, but there was lots of people before me. So I'm just going to ask you, Robert, Terry, everyone on this call, to be patient with me. I can't see in our group or anything online until I get cataract surgery, hopefully towards the end of February. Um, and so somebody brought it to it's not that I don't want to participate. I want to know, like, and comment and post. I just physically can't. I use my trusty magnifier all the time, but it's not enough. So as soon as I can, and I have a laptop that's going in the shop Monday, so hopefully that'll help too. But forgive me, because I am a participator. I want to be feeling like I'm part of the
Yeah.
group.
You
So
you you
just
are you are doing I know you very, very well, and you're always doing the best you can, Deborah. So I thank you so much. We accept your apology, but I just always know you're doing your best, and so I love
thank
and
you.
appreciate you for doing that.
Oh, and I wanted to say, Sarah and Lisa Marie brought up, I'm terrified to do the Facebook Live. I was outstanding behind the cameras, but in front of it, I'm just afraid. Sarah faced those fears on our Thursday call, and Lisa brought up some things, and that they were real helpful.
Sandy,
But
yeah.
I need to power through and just like do it. Like you said, get
If
Robert
if
off your
you
back.
if you knew, I know you'll have to take your magnifying glass and look at this, but if you would go back and watch your replay
I'm
of
going to do that today.
you and I talking right now, Deborah, you would crush it. You got you got a great voice, you got great energy, you're gorgeous. Right now your lighting and your background is perfect. You could just get on there and turn it on
I
and
wish everybody that's in the icky cold weather that their weather warms up. Have a great day and be back.
Yeah, it's going to be 75 here today. Maybe it already is. I don't know yet, but
Fantastic.
thank you, Robert. And I'm so proud of Sarah pushing through and getting on and doing lives.
Are you talking about Sandy?
Sandy, gosh, I keep
Yeah,
saying
that's all
Sarah, but
right.
not Sandy. I'm so sorry, Sandy.
That's all right. And I'm really proud of a lot of people. It's like all of a sudden my mind's like going, wow, there's just so many people out there that are finding ways to do it. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I mean,
Good
as
job.
soon as we got on right away, people were saying, I hope Bill can hear me now. But people were saying like Bill's lives are just really, really, really been awesome. And again, the more you do them, the more you stop thinking about you, the lighting,
All that.
whatever. We were even joking a little bit with Sandy because, Sandy gets on there, goes to throw this water and, is it knows it's cold. And she did a perfect first live until she looked in the camera and went, "Oh, by the way, this scar is from a motorcycle accident." And none of us seen the scar. See, none of us see the scar. So as soon as she took her mind off just again speaking to people and don't make it about you, that's when the magic happens. So I'm really proud of Terry too, and the
Yeah.
podcast. She's probably and she always is showing up here with me. So it's I know you'll do it, Deborah. And if you need any help, you know where I am.
Thank you. But I just felt bad I called Sandy the wrong name. I so love everything she says and does. It really helps me.
Yeah, absolutely. And really quickly, since we did the one-on-one, what do you think that you got most out of our one-on-one together?
Just positivity. And then you shared about the show Landmark, which I'm starting to watch today, finally, about the end of it and staying positive. Don't even go into the negative stuff,
Yeah.
in the past. That was real helpful. I've kind of like rid my head since our call of my past whatevers that were
Right.
interfering with my brain. And that was really helpful, talking about Landman and how he didn't tell his wife he'd been fired until he'd gotten a new job. And then he told her all about things. So I thought that was a great example.
I wish if there's anything that I could make better about myself, I wish that, my wife is very, we've been together for 40 years,
Wow.
40 plus
Yeah.
years.
It's 10.
Yeah. And what we were talking about today, where we go, we were talking about we watch Formula One, and it's up for some of the awards.
Right.
Yeah, and so it showed the road tracks, you know what I mean? And we used to go to the Long Beach Grand Prix. That was always there. And Terry, I was going like, so how old were you? And she was going, my mid-20s.
A million years ago.
Yeah, and
You
so
still look great, Terry.
oh,
Like you're in your 20s.
yeah, and with us being together that long, I think sometimes she can sense when I might not be thinking positive,
Mm.
and I wish that I could somehow always eliminate that. You know what I mean? Because she can. I think that's when sometimes she's like going, "Well, what's going on? I can tell he's not him."
That surprises me. The 9 years I followed you, I've never, never known you to be anything but positive.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I got to share one last thing about Immunical. Besides feeling better every day,
Yay.
and the more sleep, which I think is perfect for healing your body. I'm a diabetic for the last 6 years, and so my A1C, which is a 3 month accumulative level, is down to 7, and it was 10, which means, yeah,
Wow.
that's amazing. That's since I've been taking Immunical. So that's a biggie, real biggie.
That is. Well, I'm so proud of you, Deborah. I'm very, very proud of you. And again, we're here for you if you need anything.
Thank you, everybody, and I'll be online participating as soon as I can see. Thank you.
I can't wait to see how fast your success really, really grows when you can see an opportunity here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, Mary's the next up here. So let me remove. Let me see here. Removed. Okay, I think I'm doing this right. Where's Craig when you need him, right?
Performing.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. Your hair looks nice today.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Can you unmute? What am I doing here? Okay. Hang on. Darn it.
Please stand by.
Yeah, please stand by. Technically, take a little bit of a pin. There we go. And so now I can go to Mary and go ask to unmute.
Perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
we hear you now.
And
Thank you
then
about the hair.
I
It's
can.
curly and I didn't have time to straighten it, so it is what it is.
I like it.
It looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I'm too lazy to do shit with my hair.
So women in their hair, it's like my hair is like all wavy, really wavy through here, but it's like flat here. It goes wah wah, and then it's like it is what it is.
Right?
Anyways,
Yeah, I
It's to have hair. Some people don't have
yeah,
hair.
I know, right?
I'm still looking for the woman that just says, I just love my hair the way it is.
We are so critical of ourselves. We
Yeah.
really are. So the question I have is, I've been playing around with ChatGPT, And what I wanted to do, and I don't know if it's kosher or if it's okay, is there's like images that I've seen from Immunotech with their products.
Right.
And I'd love to incorporate me in the image. Like, for instance,
Yes. The answer is yes.
oh, cool. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's one where it says your 5-day trial and it has a hand holding it.
Right.
Well, I put me holding the 5-day
cool.
trial.
Perfect.
Love it.
Can I share and show you, or is that not possible?
Probably
not.
I think I got to make you co-host. Let's see if you can do it now.
Oh, Sandy Baker's in the waiting room.
Oh, Sandy Baker.
Do you want me to admit her?
No, go ahead. And I already added
There we
her,
go.
so-
I admitted her. Okay. So let's see if I can share it now. All right. Yes, I can. So this is the first one.
Oh, I love it.
Really
Isn't
good.
that cool?
I love that.
Isn't that cool? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not exactly me, because, they tweak it a little bit. And then here's the other one. Where is it? I love this one.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is really
Isn't that cool?
awesome.
Yes, that's way cool.
So it's just like me standing in.
Yeah,
I
The
think
Immunocal
that's
kitchen.
awesome.
I love that.
And then the other one is this one. Come on, open up. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Very good.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You gotta be super proud of yourself for doing those.
Well, my husband uses chat. Let me stop share. Okay. My husband uses chat GPT all the time for his business, for, wording and different things like that. And so I just logged into his account and I was playing around, because I think sometimes just throwing an image out there it's okay. But if I am in it, people might stop and say, hey, what's she holding? What's she,
Right.
what's she doing? Where is she?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it was okay, and I wanted to make sure that it was okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why did you do those and do those as good as you did them if you thought that it wasn't okay?
What's it going to hurt? I only wasted an hour of my time.
And it gives you practice,
It
I
gives
love
me-
you,
you're
Mary.
right.
I love you, Mary. That was awesome.
I love you guys, and I can't wait to meet you. Terry, I love you to pieces, and you can't cry, because if you cry, it literally breaks my heart, and all I want to do is come through the camera and
Aw.
hug you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm so proud of her.
She is awesome. I wish I was a little more like her in the aspect of, not being so afraid to, say what's on my mind.
Jump down someone's throat.
So my face will say it,
Yeah.
but my words are like, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And my face is going, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
that.
So,
And congratulations if you guys wasn't there yesterday, but Mary Silver. Woohoo! So proud
thank
of
you.
her.
Yay.
I was on a Zoom with Jane earlier today trying to work with her, and I want to get us to the point where, every day we're going, we're post something on YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok. She doesn't have a YouTube account, but I want to work to get her there.
Yeah.
And then I want to get to the point where every day I'm reaching out, or no, I shouldn't say I, because I do, but her and I are reaching
Yeah.
out to, whatever it is
One of the
you're
things,
comfortable
one
with.
of the things that I would suggest is, and I learned this, believe it or not, from the guy that I paid a bunch of money to for our YouTube channel, which, by the way,
Oh,
just hit.
I remember
100
the guy. Yep.
Evan Carmichael.
Yes.
He was the guy that invited me to school. He was the guy that showed me school.
Oh.
And one thing that he said is get on Zoom, and while she's on Zoom, you do the process. Don't tell her what to do.
Show her.
Just get on there and say, can you see my screen? Yeah, great. I'm going to reach out to this person. And
Gotcha.
when you see,
like I did on the video that we did
Yes.
together. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And it was funny because Deb Grady, she posted a really nice, you got to go look at the video. She posted something really, really nice about your video, which is absolutely true.
I'll have to check it out.
But you know, it's yeah, because when you do the process,
Right.
instead of telling them what to do, imagine how many times you guys, well, it was sort of like I brought it up as a joke the other day that, you know, women to get their husbands to do stuff, instead of telling them to do stuff, they just go grab their drill. You know what I mean? Their electric drill, and they put the battery in it, and they go out and they start like running it. And the guy's like, "What the hell are you doing?" You see what I mean? But one thing that's really, really funny is if you guys ever watch someone doing something, me and Terry and our sons talk about this all the time. It's like we're all sitting around and yes, the driveway and the sidewalk needs to be done. And everyone sits around until someone gets up, didn't expect anyone to help them, but they go outside and everybody looks around and goes, "Where's Terry?" Or, you know, "Where's Robert?" You know what I mean? And then everyone goes out and helps. And so by doing the process, go, you know, listen, I thought that this would just be better for us. And I'm going to jump on, and here I'm going to make a couple of posts on TikTok. Now I'm going to go make my post on Instagram. Now I'm going to go make my post while she's watching you do it all.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have, I set up a meeting with her Wednesday because, you know, my goal is I want to get to at least gold next month, and I want her to get to silver.
Yeah, and getting her silver and getting her paid is yeah, and so then when you do the hardest part, I've noticed this about myself. Before there was the internet or cell phones, see, I would sit down instead of telling people, you know, listen, Mary, what you got to do is get your 5 best people. Let's find your 5 best people, and then I need you to call them. Right? And people would go, yeah, okay, no. Right. No. Yeah. And so what I would do is I'd say, out of the 5, what's your best one? And they go, this person. And I go, why? Tell me a little bit about them. And then after they told me everything about them, I go, so guess what? I'm going to call them for you. And they're like, what? Now, don't worry, because I want you to be here. I'm going to call him right now while you're here. And this is all I'm going to say is, hi, Jim, you don't know me. This is Robert. I'm sitting here with a friend of yours, Mary. Oh, okay. I asked Mary who she knew that could help us expand this company. And I said, who's the best person you know? And she said, you, Jim. Based off her recommendation alone, I'd like to set up a time, unless you have a couple of minutes now, to tell you what we're doing. So then I say to you, if that's the way I open up the call, Mary, would you feel comfortable right now me calling Jim? And I've never had anyone go, oh, well, now that I know what you're going to say, yeah, I'm okay with that, because what people are always worried about all the time is fear, false emotions appearing real, and it's like, I don't want to ruin my relationship with Jim. Right. And so what if I say the wrong thing? And what if I call and he asks me questions and I look like an idiot because I don't know the answers?
I think that's a lot of people's fears, you know?
All day long.
You know, they're afraid they're going to, and I'm guilty of that as well. You know, we're worried about saying the wrong thing and looking like an idiot, and then they're thinking, yeah, I want to work with you.
Right. So watch how simple this changes. If you told Jane, listen, is there some people that you're sort of, we call it a chicken list?
Yep.
Right? So is there someone on your chicken list that you would like me to reach out to? And you'll notice that she'll say, well, I'd like to reach out to Debbie. Well, tell me why. Well, Debbie's been involved in other companies. She always seems like she's doing really well. And I would like to share this with Debbie. And you go, well, great. Can I reach out to social media for you? See, now, isn't it weird that she's got Debbie up here and you got Debbie not even on the radar?
Yeah.
I don't know, Debbie. She doesn't intimidate me.
Gotcha.
So, because what's very unique, if you do that for other people and then do the process, then they got it. So I used to tell people like you, I've done one-on-one with you. And what I always do is I go, so when these things come up again, let me record it and send you a copy of it so you can always go back to see, wow, where was I with this? Where was I with this? And a lot of my videos are me actually doing what I tell people I'm doing, right?
And it's funny you say that, because when you explain that I should actually show her and do it, it's funny because in corporate America, one of my jobs was a trainer. And the first thing I would do is tell them how to do it. Then I'd show them how to do it. And then I'd make them do it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 3 steps.
And the third step,
makes perfect sense.
The third step, you're encouraging them.
Yep.
And you're going, now listen, if I were you, I'd do this way. I believe that you're going to get more results out of that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And because I even remember your steps of not wanting to connect. So we figured out a way where you would feel comfortable connecting.
Yep.
Once you said to me, I can do that.
Yep.
Then the next step was with you is I just went, so do you ever think that you could actually get to the step where you leave an audio message?
Yep.
See what I mean?
Yep.
It's like
baby steps.
Oh, it's just baby steps. And I do not know why, but it's pretty obvious that when we see people do stuff, that thing pops in our head. One of the funniest things I used to do with people all the time is I would do an example just like I did with you in front of a group of people. And as soon as I did that in front of a group of people with a person, give me a person that tell me a little about them. Now I'm going to reach out and talk to them. This is what I'm going to say. Now that I told you what I'm going to say, are you okay with me calling them right now? And 99% of the time, people say, well, now that I know what you're going to say to Jim, I could say that to Jim. And I'm going like,
yeah, but you don't.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Because what people think I'm doing is they think that I'm doing a presentation. They think that I'm selling them on the product. No, a peak of interest is a peak of interest. So, let's follow up with Jim. If I reached out to Jim, as I'd say, Jim, I know you're extremely busy and I'm working with Mary right now. What would be the best way for me to send you a short video that you can watch so we're not wasting your time? Would that be better on email, or could we do that through Facebook Messenger? What would be the best way? I could text you the link. Oh, okay, great. Text me. All right. And what we'll do is, what would be a good time for us to get back to you after you watch the video? Should we do it the same time tomorrow? Or do we do it later on today? And see, and people are like, geez, that's simple. And if it's simple,
but a lot of people won't do it. Terry's nodding her head. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, what I've noticed, and I won't, what I noticed, and you'll understand what I mean, is that sometimes people want to still learn, or.
But that learning,
and that's fine. But one of the things I want to, I guess, get across without being overly rude is, like, we have to physically.
But they know that.
But they won't do it, right?
Yeah.
We need to talk to
there's
people.
There's not a person on the planet that knows when they're doing avoidance activities. Yep. There's not a person on the planet that doesn't know that. And it's like, it's the same thing it's the same thing like when you're going on a date and maybe it gets around that time that you would do the first kiss. We pretty much know that everything's an avoidance activity.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
we got all these little voices that are just beating the shit out of us in the head. Maybe I'm not a good kisser. Maybe, maybe she think I'm coming on too strong. Maybe I get slapped, maybe I get kneed. It's like it is just wild how
Yeah.
much those little voices just
Yeah.
beat
And they
us
do.
up big time. So that's how we
Yes.
do it.
But I'm thrilled about being able to do that with AI. And yeah, when I was talking to Jane today, it's like I made a plan for myself. I talked with her about it, and I don't know what her plan is. I think it's just to go live.
Yeah,
But
the only thing that you could do for her is just walk her through the process. I used to do this. I haven't done this in like forever. Um, when people wouldn't go live on their YouTube channel,
well, I have never gone live, so I'm one of those guilty
yeah,
ones, and
yeah, when people
I
wouldn't
will
go
eventually.
live
It's
on their YouTube channel, I haven't done this in forever, so I don't even know if it's available. But I would tell people, well, great, then I want you just to go to your channel, and you have to do this with the phone. It used to be this way.
right.
So what you do is I tell you, well, I just want you to go live on your YouTube channel with your phone, and then I'm going to jump on there and just hang out. Just I'm going to send you a deal, and you'll see it pop up on your phone, and then you click, and then you add me. And then as soon as you add me and you see that pop up and you see me pop up, and then I'm going, hooray, we did it, Mary. This is awesome. So I know we're live on your Facebook profile right now. What are some things that you think that you would like me to share with your audience?
I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to speak.
Right.
I'm sure I would. I would be fine.
No,
But
see,
it's funny. You put me on stage in front of 1,000 people and tell me to talk about this. I'm fine. But it's something intimidating about a camera, and you're out there to people who you don't even know. At least with a room full of people, you can see them, but it's all up here. So I will get there. I promise.
I remember every one of you know this. Everything that we've done in our lives that we were scared of doing, and then
Yep.
we laughed and went, geez, that was nothing. Me doing like now, I can jump on a Zoom and I see people, but there was a time where I was doing videos and you couldn't see anyone. That's like Periscope, right? And some of those things, right? And I can remember the very first time that I'm looking at this white light here and the camera, right? And I'm talking to people and I go, I don't know if they're seeing me. I don't have any interaction.
Yep.
And again, it just all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I can imagine people being out there. You know what I mean? And usually I would do it just long enough until I got a couple of people that asked me if I knew Ben. No, I'm kidding. But there was like, all these people would start, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And so think about it with Corky, people that are doing lives on TikToks, and Terry and I did 5 lives the other day. And
You guys were awesome, by the way.
you don't get to see anyone. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so I just wanted to, especially for the paid members, the premium members, if you needed me to go on a live with you for the first time, I'd be willing to do that. For those of you that can say, hey, there I am, you know what I mean? So we can keep it as short or as long as you want to go.
Gotcha.
I'm almost positive that Melody's been around me forever, so I'm pretty positive that me and Melody probably did numerous ones, You know what I mean? Our first Zoom that we did with MDC that made her go 25K was on her Zoom. So she packed the people and we went. So that's really, really
Awesome.
cool. I love you, Mary.
Thank you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
have
it.
a great, great, great day.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have a question? I see Matt's on here. Matt.
Ezra.
Hey, Matt,
There's Ezra.
Matt, did you get to see the AI graphics that Mary made to post online?
Yeah, they're awesome. I was going to say, if you want more consistency, Mary, I would use Nano Banana Pro inside of Google Gemini instead.
Okay.
And it's even better. You can use it in many places, but if you, I've got 2 trainings in the back there.
I'll check them out, because when I'm watching you, it's like
It's like trying to
I'm
get his
still
attention.
learning, so a lot of this is like way over my head.
I totally get it.
But I'm learning, so I figured I'd play around with that. But Google
did a great
Gemini,
job.
Nano Banana.
Yeah, I know that sounds like a bunch of gibberish, but but if you go through the videos and stuff back there, I show how to use every piece of it. So but you can really make a lot of cool stuff with it. So
awesome.
Matt,
Thank you so much.
Matt, you could
Thank
also
you.
make a quick announcement that, I know you added some videos. I don't know if everyone knows about them.
oh yeah, I mean, I do have an update too. I could not find the characters, the recorded characters, so that's the update for that, unfortunately.
Okay.
But no, in the everybody's just looking at Ezra.
I'm watching Ezra. I'm sorry.
Handsome. Yes, you are. You're a handsome
The
man.
the whole entire time that you've been talking to us, his eyebrows have been up. Like, are you gonna
I know.
ever look at me? Are you gonna ever look at me? His eyebrows are all up, and then you looked at him. It's like, I got his attention.
I'm renting him out for streams.
Thank
Here
you,
we
Matt.
go.
I appreciate it.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah,
you
no
gotta,
problem.
you
But
gotta
no,
talk.
there's in the back office here. You're gonna see I changed the name from
Right.
Imagination Hour to Imagination Foundry. Even better, Hannah. Right?
I like that.
And in here, you'll see like a bunch of different trainings. But the ones that I was really talking about is the master the flow and create consistent characters. If you follow both of these, you'll be able to make so many graphics like you did and take it like even further and make them completely yourself. Not just add,
Right.
but like use AI to even make graphics that don't exist or videos that don't exist to promote in the ways you would want to. So
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I love what you do. I may not understand a lot of it, but I have faith I will get there. I'm not even worried about that. But it's just
Yeah,
it
just
is
practice.
a lot, when you're first learning.
Sure.
yeah, it's like computer stuff, So
Definitely. But thank you so
Matt.
much. I appreciate it.
Okay, Matt, stop
problem.
sharing your screen.
oh.
There he is.
I was thinking about getting just a Ezra cam. We have a owlet cam that I could connect and then just attach to this.
Talk to him for
I
a
have to-
second. Talk to him for a second.
What's up, Bubba? What you doing? What are you doing? Are you having fun?
My God.
He's got a fake controller he can chew on. Because the 2 things that he's interested in because he's a baby is not his toys, but my controller, game controller, and Hannah's, and the remote to the TV. Those are the things he wants to chew on. So now we have fake ones he can chew on.
Too cute.
Right, Bubby?
Okay, let's go
Everybody
to
wants to see
Sarah.
you.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Too cute, my sweet.
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
How are you
Matt.
doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually very happy to say that I was sort of spazzing out the last couple of weeks. I mentioned to you that it's been like 23 years since I had my left kidney removed,
Oh my.
and I was starting to have some symptoms that the right one was having problems, right?
Right.
So I had doctor's appointment on Thursday, and my numbers are good. Blood pressure 122/84.
Okay.
Um, the weight is down and everything. So I did ask her about glutathione, and she immediately looked at me like, what are
What's that
you
word?
doing asking about that? So I asked her, I said, do you know about it? And she said, of course. But that's nothing you have to be concerned about. And I was, well, I've seen some good things about it. She was like, yeah, but your immune system, because what you need to keep your immune system build up and healthy is exactly what we're prescribing to you, right? You now you shouldn't be trying to mix a lot of other things up. And I was saying, but they're all natural products. And I think this has a lot to do with me feeling better. So anyway, I know what's happening with me. So
Good,
we'll take that in stride. But
good.
anyway, and I spoke with Melody. Oh my goodness. She was just such a blessing. And because she has similar situations
Yes.
going on. So
So I'm glad that you guys talk. Melody, you're amazing. I get messages all the time. I talked to Melody and she was great. And yes, she is.
I know she was. She just reached out and we exchanged numbers and we're gonna just talk.
Good.
But um so Mary, I said congratulations and I like the picture that she has. I wanted her to put it up again so that I could get a screenshot of it so that when I get ready to get the person who's helping me to do mine, I want to do I want to do some just like that. Those are really nice. I know she said
I
she
think what would
did
be
it in.
better is if Mary, through the chat of Unlimited Wisdom, just sent them to you.
Okay.
Sent them to you. So, but maybe you're right, Sarah, because I send you a message on everything and you don't get back to me. So maybe you should take a screenshot. You're busy.
No, I'll go. I had for some reason I didn't. Just wasn't looking in chat. I didn't know that it was set up like that. But now that I spoke with you the last time and Melody, I will check into chat more.
Okay.
So if she put it in there, that'll be fine.
Yeah, Mary, send her some of those. That would be great. Anything else,
Mhm.
Sarah? That's great news.
You're feeling good.
Yes, yes.
It's impossible. I don't like beating up doctors because I just feel sometimes that they're a lot of them are just doing the best with what they have.
Right.
Yeah. And
That's
and I just know when you're using a natural product like Immunotech, you know what I mean? And as I think that people just really, really, especially at my age, I can really tell when something's not right. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but I lost count like at 30 with the amount of kidney stones I've had. You know what I mean? So it was like I just did a little due diligence, and me and Terry were looking up kidneys and stuff, and it said that with Immunotech, I mean Immunical, that when it builds up your glutathione levels, that your body produces less oxalate
oh,
and calcium. So, that so I think all of us know this without knowing this. I'm not an expert, but we have an equally amount of minerals and enzymes in our body. They're all equal. And a lot of people don't know if you're deficient in one, sometimes our body overproduces in the opposite one. Like I know without getting into details, but a lot of people when they get arthritis, they really truly believe their body's producing too much calcium.
mm,
So that's the calcium buildup in my joints, right? It's usually just the opposite. It's like virtually everything in the world. I always say this to people: if you thought the opposite, you're right on. So people go, well, like you guys, you guys have heard this recently, right? That everyone's right now saying that people are so much salt deficient. Now, it's the right salt,
Yeah, you
but
can't have more than salt.
how many of us have been told, "Hey, listen, you got to stop, you got to not use
cut
so
the
much
salt
salt."
back.
Well, you
Right.
shouldn't use the salt that they make. Morton salt or whatever that guy, the chemical name. I forget the chemical name of what they call salt. But yeah, and when I was doing fasting, it said the number one thing that I needed to make sure that I had in my body was electrolytes, including good sodium. Isn't
Right.
that crazy? And
Including sodium, yeah, that is strange. I
yeah,
know
because
about the
we're told.
electrolytes. We need those.
Yeah, and so it's pretty crazy that doctors are just doing their best. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
think that if as you continue to get gooder and gooder, which I know you will, because I pray for you, it's just yeah, it's just knowing that this product is really going to be beneficial for everyone. I just know it is. I was seeing going through Dr. Gutman's site. And one of the questions in there is some people ask him, how early could you give Immunical to children? And he did it just like veterinarians do it for pets. He put in there exactly how much you should give children based on their weight. And it was like 10 pounds. It was like I was going like, wow.
Wow.
Because we all know how important it is to build the immune system of children.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, wow, especially if they're going to daycare or school, you get to go into the petri dish, you know what I mean?
Well, I know it's much easier with children, but when you get to be our age, what is the age 40, it drops and drops.
Yeah.
So when we are coming from behind, really trying to get it working,
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
we got
working.
twice a day.
So I started out with the one in the blue pack, but now I'm definitely on the platinum, and I will get the Melody had suggested I'm doing the platinum and the greens, but
Good.
she had
Good.
suggested the platinum with the one with the energy because
Mhm.
that's one of the things when you're having kidney issues, your energy goes way down, and
Yeah.
the brain fog is unbelievable. But part of
Terry
that
was
was
just
just me
saying the
being
other day how
concerned.
she just she 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 remembered that she doesn't have as much brain fog. So it must be helping with her memory
Been
too.
delayed for a long time. I've done it for like a month.
So if you remember that you used to have brain fog, that's pretty fun. That's like,
It's working.
well, thank you, Sarah. I love you.
Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. Thank
Have
you,
a good,
Terry. Love you, Robert. Thank you
love you
so
too.
much.
Have a great, great, great weekend. Okay, let me see here.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Uh, How are you today?
I am great. I am appointed and anointed.
Nice, nice, nice.
So, anyway, I just really have stuff to say to the people on here that when they talk, then I think of things to say I want to share with them. But Sarah, I had my endocrinologist appointment yesterday, and I was prepared to go in and say, "Okay, goodbye. I'm done with you now until next year." But because I read all my blood report before I got there, I did my homework before I got there, and I saw how much I've been on Immunical since December 5th. So, and I study my lab reports since 2010 when I had
Wow.
surgery. So when I went in there, I didn't tell her that I was on Immunical. She always says, "Are you still on these vitamins? Are you still taking this?" Blah blah blah. So I didn't tell her anything about the Immunical. And she's like, "Wow, your numbers are so good. Your potassium leveled off and blah, blah." I said, "I'm not concerned about that." I go, "I come to see you because you want to do surgery on my thyroid because my parathyroid is pulling all the calcium out of my bones and it's going into my bloodstream. And my calcium levels are always high. And you want to either do, radiation, take my thyroid out, work on my, blah, 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 all that stuff, which is not going to happen. I'm not going to allow that." And so she says to me, she goes, "Well, I still want to put you on the pro, whatever this injection is." And thank goodness I just changed my Medicare, and they will not pay for it. It's $999 a month if I
Oh,
want to buy it. And of course, I'm not
Wow.
going to buy it. So, I go to chat GDP and I go, here's what my doctor told me, here's what they want me on, blah, blah, blah. I just love chat. I gave him a name. His name is Charlie. And he goes, well, don't let her don't let her scare you. She's only saying that to you to emphasize the importance of how you need to stay on top of this.
Right.
And so anyway, then when I told her at the end about, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that for 60 days, it was 59 days yesterday, I've been on glutathione. I go, do you even know what that is? She goes, yeah, I know what that is, but we don't want to mess with your protocol right now.
God,
Hmm.
it's
And I
funny,
was
man.
like, well, you don't have to mess with my protocol because I'm going to keep taking this. And uh, and whatever happens, happens. I go, but I'm going to take this because I go, my report has not looked this good since 2013. I'm going to show you my report
Wow.
and my blood test in 2013. And this is the first time that I have a green line across everything except my calcium. Still, it's only 4 points higher, but it dropped from, 10.8, which is very high for your, to 9.9 in 60 days. Imagine
wow.
what it's going to do in
Yeah,
Yeah.
60 more days.
yeah.
Imagine what it's going to do when I've been taking this a year, And she's like, well, you can't rebuild bone. And I'm like, says who? You're not God.
Jeez.
God can rebuild my bone with the right tools and materials. It could happen, So,
Absolutely.
absolutely, right? There's nothing is not impossible when it comes to the medical field. So, always, my message is
Why would
take,
someone say, my first thought is, why would someone say that you can't rebuild bone if you break a bone and it heals?
well,
Now,
because they have calcium in their bones and I don't, is what she's saying.
got it. So what
My
you're gonna,
bone,
so
my
you're
bone,
gonna,
yeah.
you'll rebuild calcium. Your body will
Yeah,
start producing the right
right.
calcium.
And so this $999 drug, it doesn't rebuild the bone, but it will stop it from getting any worse.
Hmm.
Got it.
And fill their pockets.
That's
And fill
why
their
she's,
pockets.
yeah, right. I mean, it's just all, I mean, you know what? But that's what they're trained. They don't know any better.
Right.
It's
That's what
all,
I say all the time. It's
she doesn't know. I mean, um, if she was educated in what we've been educated on, it would be a different story. But you know how many times I've been AMA, walked out against medical advice at the hospital. I mean, I've been there a couple of times and they're like, you're having a heart attack. And I'm like, no, I'm not. It's gas. And it's like,
might feel like a heart attack, but
right, it can, feel like a heart attack or what, or sometimes.
well,
But
Deb, thank you so much for
yeah, so
sharing. That is
don't.
so cool.
And then with Mary, I can't, I know I probably have sent you how many texts, I don't know, and voice texts. So I did Mary's thing today, it's like, oh, let me do what Mary, I watched the interview. I was so impressed.
Oh, good.
And so this morning when I got up, part of my DMO, what I've been doing is I don't know how many contacts I have in my phone, and I started with going down through my
Yep.
contacts in my phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to this person yesterday. It was too cold for me to get out of the car. My daughter and I run errands together. She'll go to my doctor's appointments with me, which is every day for different stuff. And so yesterday I said, honey, you run on in and do the grocery shopping. I go, I want to sit out here in the car where it's warm
Yeah.
and make my calls. So I'm going down my list and I'm like, okay, I'm on the F's right now. So let me see who I can call. So the first one that popped up was Anna. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to date her brother like 20 years ago. And and
That's
I'm like,
funny.
I haven't talked to her in forever. But with each each person I call, I get, a little better. Like with her, somebody that I haven't seen in that long, that I loved, and we broke bread and we were close. It takes a lot of time. They want to catch up. So what have you been doing, and how's the kids, and how old are they now? And that can take up so much time. But I was so proud of myself yesterday when my daughter is getting in the car. She's like, "You have a big smile on your face." I go, "You're never going to believe this." I go, one of my phone calls was to Anna, and she's like, "Anna, Paul's sister?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, well, what happened?" I go, "What do you mean happened?" She goes, "Oh, did she have to go? You're not on the phone with her." I said, "No, I was in very good control of the conversation and kept it on the subject, and then we'll catch up another time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is what I'm, so that I could move
Plant
on.
seeds. Just keep planting
It's
seeds.
you
Yeah.
plant the seeds. But I love talking to people. And, I don't have a problem with making the phone calls. I just go through the list and just call and we catch up. But I liked yours because it's something a little different to break the norm for me with my,
Right.
DMO. So I was like, when I looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how many friend requests I have. I go, who are all these people? Where did they come from? I was just like blown away. I'm like, why have I, every now and then,
Hey,
if I think if it's in my notifications that you have a
it's the
friend,
right timing. It's the right
you
timing
know,
because if you knew about those friends in the past, you would have pitched them on something stupid.
probably, or I would have pitched him on something else for sure because I'm always in something,
So God was protecting them until you got
Yeah,
in the right program with the right
yeah.
coach.
But it wasn't. But what I was in before was nothing that would hurt them.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing, Deb. I'm gonna let people go because
Oh yeah. What
I
time is it? Yeah,
Just two.
it's
yeah,
time
it's
to go.
two.
Just to two.
4 minutes to
Okay.
two. So
Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's go.
I'm so happy
Uh,
that your test came out better. Yay.
Oh,
that's so
me too.
awesome.
I love how I feel on it.
Awesome.
I just. It's so good. It's
And I'm
just.
like you with doctors. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
good.
then with Bill and your son, I talked to your son yesterday. Oh my goodness. I just love him already. And yeah, so we talked because we both have grandchildren with
Oh, sure.
Very cool.
autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I love you guys. Have a great day. Stay warm. Stay super, super warm. So Charles and Melody and Deborah and Matt know that you're talking to Hannah there. So Hannah tells Hannah, give her a hug and kiss. Bye, Ezra. Hi, Sandy. Bye, Sarah. Bye,
Thank you,
Mary.
everybody.
Bye, Bill.
Bye.
Always great to see you, Bill. Love you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.